Katana Zero is developed by ASCII Soft and was released in 2019. Wait, what do you mean it was 5 years ago? Wait, what do you mean it was 5 years? I thought it was last year. Wait, it wasn't 2020? So yeah, the game came out 5 years ago, and I only played it for the first time 7 days ago. So I'm just gonna consider this to be a new game I played this year since I haven't played one since May this year. Upon starting the game, you were immediately introduced to this protagonist wearing a bathrobe called Zero, and he is wielding a katana sword. Haha, get it? Katana Zero? The game explains all the moves that you can do, showing you all the new technique, and yeah, pretty much self-explanatory. You can move, run, jump, dash, and attack. Pretty typical for an action-adventure game, let alone an indie game. So what is so special about this? I was confused, and then my question was answered when I do this. The game is not just your traditional action game where you beat everyone up, but more of a hack and slash. I noticed the developer went extra mile to add more details in the aftermath. When you hit the enemy, it pierces through them and you watch as their tomato sauce splashes everywhere before the victim drops down to the ground and going offline forever. Sorry, I have to describe that way because this website is becoming more sensitive and unbearable and you're not allowed to say specific terms anymore without being shadow banned. Got to find another way to work around, Don't work hard, work smart. Back to the game, the slashing mechanic is the reason I was immediately hooked to Katana Zero. There's something so satisfying about finding an enemy and dashing through them to defeat them in the blink of an eye. The combat is so fast-paced, the controls of your character are so fluid, the katana itself is super effective against anything or anyone, and when you combine all three elements together, the game as a whole will hold up very well for as long as the third district exists. Watching all your annoying enemies fall flat onto the ground gives you a sense of victory, knowing that you already deactivated them with no chance of fighting back. Don't you just wish you could do this in real life where lots of idiots everywhere and you could just take off your trustworthy companion sword and swing it at them to teach them a lesson? But I don't want to be on a contract list. I want to live a normal life. The game also encourages to switch up the strategy, as you will be going up against different types of enemies on your adventure to search the truth. At the beginning, you will face easy ones like the one charging towards you, but eventually, you will take on guys with a shield and even a gun. Hence, you need to figure out the detour. Fortunately, ASCII Soft provides different alternatives to your dilemma, and they all can be seen on the protagonist. Your katana not only can slice through the fragile French toast, but also can deflect enemy bullets. By timing your attack at the right moment, you can deflect the enemy bullet back at your face and watch them bite up dust, no pun intended. Whether or not it's historically accurate, it's a welcoming addition. Then there's also this little thing here that slows down time, aka Matrix style. That's why red pill is better than blue pill. Everything moves so slow to your advantage, and you can perform crazy maneuvers that they did not see coming. You feel like a total badass, defying laws and physics, tearing through the enemy defense line like there's no tomorrow. The replay at the end of each section also show all the fantastic moves that you made, where you can slow down or just showing at normal speed. You will just realize that and think to yourself, wait, how did I do that? I don't expect that to be happening to me. Speaking of strategy, you will have to plan everything accordingly to the situation. Some sections later on sees you going up against a large amount of targets in a big room. Like this one where there's enemy upstairs, downstairs or even next door. The way the developer implemented AI also deserves some credits, as they are pretty smart and not messing around. For example, when you unalive someone, the nearby target would notice something was wrong and quickly rush to the scene. Depending on where you are, they will either open fire or be completely confused while maintaining high alert. Some section also sees the enemy force rushes to the next floor because they suddenly know what's going on, and that alone provides some heart-pounding moments as you attempt to survive for being cornered by pretty much anything, and it feels like you're clinging on to the last hope, trying to avoid restarting the whole section. You can take this guy right away, or just take out this guy over here before moving on to the first one, further proving that you can tackle different enemies at different attempts to increase replayability, as you won't be repeating the same patterns for most of the playthroughs each runs. There are also different items to throw for the purposes of distracting or targeting the enemies. Think of it as a game of chess, where both sides try to one-up each other, and only the smart one will persevere. And that's what I love about Katana Zero. You pretty much start at point A, but can access point B, C, D, E, F, G throughout the journey before ending it at the end at point Z. This game is simply unique, and the possibilities are endless and unlimited. Not once that I felt like it was monotonous going to different rooms, scaring away the enemies to their ground. Well, apart from the times I have to restart because of skill issue. In the end, I really enjoyed the gameplay, but from what I read on the internet of the review, this is not only the reason people love the game. Can I just say, the soundtracks are simply brilliant? In quite honesty, I too think this is why the game still holds up well. Okay, prior to the game, I don't even know or even heard of this individual by the name of Little Witch or even Bill Kiley. I never heard of these people before in my life, and then when I play this game, wow, I'm glad to heard about them. Those two pretty much cook up a storm. It might sound repetitive, as I already said over the years in different videos, but the music just fits perfectly with the game, as every levels have their specific theme that added a smooth transition within each other. It's one of those soundtracks that were able to inject all kinds of emotions into your bloodstreams. The decision to choose the retro/synthwave genre goes along with the string of Katana Zero, the string that continues to extend and never break apart. Oh, did I forget to mention the entirety of the game take place in Cyberpunk X environment? The darker tone of the environment and how the district have the negative energy around, and coupled on with the aforementioned soundtrack, it hits right in the mood. That's essentially the best I can describe about the game music. Hey, who says video game music aren't arts? If you say that, you are a liar. You don't need to say anything to describe your feeling because the music is doing it for you. For free as well. Here are my top 3 favorite ones. You Will Never Know. To me, it's the music about the person. You just don't know, and likely will never know about the protagonist. His dark past, his life, his future plan. No one will know or understand what he's going through. And especially once you go through the entire game and understand the story, you will deeply appreciate what is the game trying to tell about Zero, the protagonist. People say he is evil, but deep down, he wanna do something good for once. panoramic feelings embodies the definition of embracing the unknown. You came so far in your life, so high up the mountain of your mind that you climb up. You cannot go down anymore. You saw yourself climbing so high from where you are at the bottom, and instead, you have to go out and beyond. Who knows what is waiting in front? Is it a tough challenge? Is it something good in your life? Whatever it is, well, you have to keep on going. The world is filled with mysteries. You start having deep thoughts from that moment on about your uncertain future, and just start crying. To some people at least, not me. Hit the floor, as the name suggests. You wanna dance all night and go all body shaking, trying to forget every moment in your life. You wanna live in the moment, doing things that you don't normally thought were wrong. You don't care as long as you don't bite the dust, as we see in the club session, where you were just sneaking around the first part session and then you just end up destroying everyone's mood completely, while soaking in the fantastic environment of music where people dance around and vibe along with it. As for the rest, you have to play the game for yourself, because trust me, you will not regret it. Every person will convey different meanings, so go ahead and play the game and come back to this comment section and tell me what you learned from it. And that's basically about what I want to say about Katana Zero. I would love to talk about the story, but I really don't want to avoid spoilers. Haha, I know what you're probably wondering. A spoiler for a 5-year-old game? Well, considering I only played this game last week, some people also haven't played this game either, so I want to give this chance to let those people play it out, and then come back to this video to watch it and share my thoughts together about what we experienced throughout this adventure. Gameplay is smooth, fast, and fluid, no input lag. Soundtrack just hits you right in the mood. What's not to like? If you haven't played it, please go check it out. And you might as well just play it while we all wait for the DLC, because apparently the DLC hasn't come out yet. I bet that the Katana Zero DLC will come out before Silksong. That's all I gotta say about this video. If you enjoyed what you see, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss a thing. Comment below this game. Have you played this? Have you played this in 2019? Have you just played this recently like me? Have you ever play it? What do you think about the story? Do you think it's insane confusing? Let's have a peaceful discussion. Thank you for watching. Well, excuse me while I try to replay the game again to understand what's going on. Yes, that should work.